What's going on? It's your girl Shantae C, and you know we had to get to it with 10 things tonight. I'm sitting here with my girl.
Mia, what's up? Welcome back. We did a little winter break or spring break or whatever last
We
week.
were on spring break last week. We'll be on spring break again next week and the week after that. We gonna be here.
We gonna be here. We gonna be here. So, okay. Shit. We getting into it.
We getting into
Well, there's a few things going on.
Okay. Talk about the other boring things because I'm sure the crowd wants to know about
This
that.
is not actually boring. I know everybody came.
They like whatever.
Everybody want to know what we got to say about Will. And I got a lot to say, but we got to go first. Okay, so I want to bring up, this was one, well, I'm not going to say a really bad story, but not good. So, Lotto, this young lady, and I've known this young lady for a really long time.
Okay.
Since she was on.
She did the remix with Mariah Carey, right?
Yeah, well, she did.
Fantasy remix.
But she was trying to, and she's a young girl and a newer artist, and she was trying to release her album, and she didn't throw him on blast, but one of the artists out there wouldn't give her clearance because he wanted to have sex with her. And I thought that was awful, like so awful to go through trying to release your album.
But you know what though?
And he was like DMing her and all this, but props to her for not like throwing him out, like, because she could have said his name. It ain't hard for us to figure out.
All you need to do, honey, is take that one song off, and once you do whatever it is you're gonna do, re-release that same album and make it a special edition. Get your coins, sis.
Hey,
get your coins.
That's not cool ever.
No, you can't be like, you can't be holding the sample hostage. But that's kind of on her management team too, because that should have never been a reason why her album was held up. They should have took care of that way before it was like about to release.
Yeah,
come on.
That's
like the management team and the legal staff. Girl, if you need some new management, I wouldn't let that happen.
Well, so I think she is getting to release her album. So props to her. We'll be listening.
Yeah, because I like that song.
Yeah.
That fantasy song. I was like, oh shoot.
Yeah. Yeah, she got a nice little band.
I was like, okay.
And she's a sweet young lady. She really is.
Okay.
Yeah. I watched her career grow. Go and grow.
Do you know anything about Black China?
No.
Robin is asking, do we know anything about Black China?
No.
Well, what happened with Black China? But anyway, continue. She gonna put it here.
Put it in the comments first. Tell us what's up, girl.
Tell us what's up with Black China.
We've been taunted because Will decided he wanted to pop him up.
So if anybody by any chance, on any stretch of the means, by any stretch of any type of links, have no idea what's going on with Will Smith and the Oscars. I can't even bring myself to say it. Chris Rock was telling a joke about G.I. Jane 2, and he included Will Smith's wife, Jada Smith, Pinkett Smith, saying, can't wait to see it, and insinuating that she was the main character. Will laughs. I'm assuming he thinks this joke is funny. Jada does not laugh, rolls her eyes. Not even a minute later, Will walks up on the stage and
decided he was going to put his hands on another.
How'd it go?
Oh,
so incredibly loud. Okay, so we're gonna have to get into this. We're gonna have to dissect it because y'all, I I got opinions. Okay, I got opinions.
Shantae got opinions, guys.
Okay,
Well,
I'm gonna let you start.
people been calling me all week. Oh my God, how you feel? And I've been asking people. I've been taking surveys. How you feel? What you think? And I'm blown away by the amount of grown people that feel like it's okay to put your hands on somebody because they said words. Like, I'm like,
okay, so I also agree with Nia, which you know we normally don't be on the same team. We
Nah.
do not be agreeing. But I'm gonna tell you this. Sticks and stones. I'm gonna take it back to elementary school. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never, ever, 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 never, ever. Did I say never? Hurt me. Okay. So Will, you need to have several seats. Okay.
Well, so I've been listening to different sides and people. So, okay, so there's some women out there that's just like, oh, you're supposed to protect your queen. They've probably never been protected by a man. Those are women that just need some clout.
Or
man
you need somebody to validate.
A man needs to protect me
Right.
like a queen, whatever. Sit your ass down. Do you have bail money for your man? Sit
That
down
part.
if you don't, because his black ass going to jail.
That
He
part.
put his hands on somebody.
That part. So my thing is this. Okay, even if that's the way you felt, even if you felt like, hey, I want to slap Chris, slap in the mouth. There was a whole commercial coming right after that in which you could have handled your business behind stage. Okay, so if you just really felt like you had to go there, you just felt like you just had to take it there, there's a whole commercial break for that. Okay, nobody would have ever known, not one single thing, because I feel like the way that you did it because you wanted people to be talking about this. Okay, so number one, shame on you. Number two, shame on Jada. And we gonna get into why it's shame on Jada, because it's shame on Jada. It's shame on anybody who is saying that this is okay, because this is not okay. I'm just trying to understand how you think that that's okay.
Well, a lot of people do.
Because
I mean, even Tiffany Haddish
she thought it was cool
on an interview, but
we already know where Tiffany Haddish from, so that's how she going to
I was
address
gonna
it
say,
anyway.
what's up, Brendan? I don't know. You know, I'm just
Well, she was homeless.
commenting. Well,
She was homeless.
Well, that don't have nothing to do with.
And she said that it was hard out on the streets for her. That's what she said.
Well,
she said that she had to basically raise herself, and so maybe in the world that she grew up in, maybe that is how you settle disputes.
Okay, but we all are grown.
And when you know better,
you do better.
You do better.
And that's the thing. Will, he's not a violent guy. He didn't curse in his rap music. So I think he was at his breaking point. There's no excuse or whatever. You know, I think it's horrible. But my major problem is that these people out here that think it's okay. And so I had to drop a couple of questions on people. And my question was, so if you say something out of your mouth that somebody don't agree with,
it's cool, or slap your ass
that somebody don't somebody take the wrong way or whatever.
It's cool for me to just slap you?
It's cool for, is it cool for somebody to pop the shit out of you? And then, of course, their reaction is,
hell no, they better not do that.
Put their hands on me. Okay, so same thing. You just don't put your hands on people, no matter how far they push you. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. I mean, everybody done been, you know, Will, I hope you get past this. Everybody done been to their snapping point before, to their breaking point before. Hey, I've been there and misbehaved before, but I've learned from it and grown from it.
But here's the thing. Even when you do that, like, you normally fire a warning shot. You know, the warning shot be like, man, you better stop talking about my wife.
Right, and then you did that after.
You know, if you continue down this road, okay, it's going to escalate. I feel like he didn't even get no warning shot. It was just like, see you in G.I. Jane too. Bam. No warning shot. No, hey, bro, that's not cool. You need to stop. Like, I I feel like as a grown person, it's a warning shot first before you take it to violence. We're gonna go to the comments right quick. Okay, so Robin says, Will should have handled it differently. I agree, Robin.
I agree with you, Robin. Yes.
Tiffany says, yeah, I agree with Robin. He should have handled that a lot differently. He could have even went on stage and whispered something in his ear to say, hey, look, this is not a word. You need to stop.
There's so many levels of this thing that people just are not thinking of. Like, so his son went on Twitter and said, what?
This is how we do it.
This is how we do it. So what is that reflecting to the younger people? And, I know a lot of you guys are, from Atlanta, not from Atlanta, whatever. You could always listen online. But, like a lot of like different radio hosts and different people like broke it down all the way down. And one of the things
we getting ready to break it down in 1 second.
Yeah, one of the things my brother, shout out, Big Tig, one of the things he was saying is that, what is this telling young people? That you can go and protect your queen and all this. Well, your ass going to jail.
Right, because everybody ain't Will Smith. Let's just keep it 100 in a book. Everybody ain't Will Smith and everybody ain't Chris Rock. Because I can tell you one thing, if Will Smith had a rolled up on 50 Cent, because he liked to tell a lot of jokey jokes too, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have been pulling out no way.
Put his hands on.
Right, because I'm pretty sure 50 Cent would whoop that ass.
And when you put your hands on somebody, that's taking it to a whole nother level.
Like,
I'm going Tucci slide on you.
You gonna do?
I'm Tucci slide. I'm black leather gloves, no secrets on you. I'm taking it to Drake. Don't put your hands on me.
Right.
You can talk all day long.
All day
you can
long.
say whatever you want to say. And I've had people say some really foul things out of their mouth to where I thought, damn, I should break their jaw. And then when it heals, they'll watch what come out their mouth. But as a grown person, I know better.
Well, see, I was the girl who threw the warning shot. So I threw the drink first to let you know, like, if this continues to escalate, it's not gonna be a drink sis.
I mean, it's he took it back to what's that show Monique used to host? School girl, Dream School. What?
I don't know.
Remember Pumpkin spit on the girl?
Oh Lord, I don't know what. Oh my God!
I forgot what was it. Will took it back. Will did a reality show on.
Okay, so Will on all levels, you was totally wrong. So now we're gonna break down Chris Rock, because number one, nobody is giving Chris Rock the accolades that he deserves, and how, I mean, he was a true. Let me tell you something. I never really was like a Chris Rock fan like that. I mean, I thought he was funny, but I thought he was kind of corny, to be honest.
And his jokes cross the line. They do.
And they cross the line, but I was like, okay,
he's a comedian. That's what he do for a living. Right.
And so I was kind of like, I don't know. I'm not just really that like fond of Chris, all like that. But if he's in a movie, I'm gonna watch it, but I'm not gonna watch him headline movie, right? But now, child, I'm about to go buy one of them $350 tickets. I'm trying to see his stand up, okay? Because he took that thing like a chief.
I said, Will just smacked the shit out of me.
And I was like, this can't be real.
I thought it was a part of the show.
I was like, this can't be real. But the only reason why we knew it wasn't real, because, of course, my lovely husband, he found the clip before the show even stopped pausing.
And, Will could have possibly played it off like it was a part of the show, like you cracking jokes, I'm cracking jokes, I'm smacking you, right? Even though that's going too far. But then he went back to the seat
and started cursing.
Yelling and cursing.
But did
he lost it.
But did you see Lupita's face? Lupita Nyong'o, who was sitting like right behind him, she was like, oh.
I wish I can't stop watching it because I'm still in disbelief.
Okay.
That Will, Kanye hasn't even done this yet.
Well, first No, this dude, this is
Kanye's
very
too smart to do that.
this is very reminiscent of the time that Kanye got on the stage with Taylor and said, "Hello, no disrespect."
Yeah, he grabbed the
Taylor.
microphone, but he
Did not.
smart enough not to
He
put
did
his
not push her
hands on
down.
someone.
Look, he didn't push her down now.
Yeah, he's smart enough not to put his hands on.
But that's okay. He's just gonna make the memes about you and say he's gonna kill you and like put a song out about
Right.
you.
And move across the street from you and have his binoculars like this. He gonna,
And you can go to jail for that too.
look, he gonna get the doppelganger killed.
And then the other part of this, you know, I know a lot of people and I thought it too. I'll be honest, a lot of people threw race into it, and we know that if Will would have hit
50.
well, Will would have hit 50, it would have went down. Okay.
I'll take it back. The Rock. If he would have hit The Rock would have rocked him right on back.
Right. Well, and they were saying that if he would have maybe not hit Chris Rock and hit someone of another race or something, he probably would have went to jail on the scene. And that could possibly be true. We don't know, but probably true.
But what I'm trying to figure out is, you know, once it happened, where was security? They don't have security at the Oscars. Because if they don't have security, I'm sneaking in next year. Because I didn't see not a one security.
And why is that?
Because I can tell you, at the Hip Hop Awards, they got plenty of security, and he would have definitely gotten drugged off the stage. They be standing right on the edges of the stage, and as soon as some junk go down, you see security.
Oh yeah.
So I'm trying to see, like, where exactly was security during this little rumble in the jungle? Okay, so now that we have discussed Chris Rock in the part that he played, I salute you, my friend, and I'm so sorry that happened to you. Nobody's really said, I'm sorry, Chris Rock, that this has happened to you. I'm saying it from the bottom of my heart. If you just need a friend to talk to about this, please feel free to come on Tea and Things and discuss it all. We ain't gonna be mad.
We gotta
We gotta stop right here.
But what a stand-up guy. I mean, he just took it like a champ.
And he's got
And
a
that's a hard
jaw.
thing to do.
Dude,
when somebody hit you.
he got a jaw still because he was like, oh, it was just
He said it was a G.I. Joe. G.I.
he was like, dude, it was a G.I. Jane joke. And then he said, keep my wife's name out your mouth. I will keep your wife's name. Even that was like funny because I was like, oh my God.
And then even, you know, like he kept it cool. Then even after he didn't,
And
he decided not to press charges.
And no,
I'm
not even
pressing
that.
charges on you. I'm
Not
telling you
even
now.
that.
Put your hands on me. I'm pressing charges, and I'm suing, and I got a lawyer, and I don't
Look,
want to throw my
and
name
he
in it
stayed
right
in
now.
character. And he stayed in character the whole time.
Yeah, he shuffled a little
And
bit here, but he couldn't finish up.
And he finished like giving the award, like stood on the
He
stage
was like, let's just get to the award.
and let the people say that. Because you know, if it had been me, you slap me, I'm gonna say your name, throw you your award, and I'm out. I'm sorry.
Wow.
And I'm out.
Good.
I'm gonna throw you the award, and I'm out. So Robin says, I could understand if he called her a bitch or something, but no, I mean, G.I. Jane.
And you know, a lot of people have been trying to break it down, and they're like, well, she's been suffering with medical stuff and this and that, and
I can understand.
And I can understand that, you know, Will's probably at home and whatever she's going through with the hair or whatever, you know, he's going through it with her. Because when people are sick, you go through it with them, and he's probably watched his wife go through a lot. So I get it from a compassionate point of view.
And I do get that too, but what kind of bothers me is that, okay, so you live your life very publicly. You know what I'm saying?
Round table. Yeah.
So you live your life very publicly. There have been a lot of things that have shamed Will in the past, in which you have not stood up for, actually were a part of and culprit to. And he's had to sit there and take it, in which you played no part in making him feel like he was the king of your castle. So all of a sudden, now that you have a medical condition, it should be different. Like, and I understand compassion. I have medical conditions too. My husband's always been there for me, but I also don't drag my husband through the mud either. So I'm very disappointed in Jada for that, number one. Number two, when you have been married to somebody for that long and you know their trigger points, okay? When Will Smith got up out of his chair, what exactly did you think he was going to do? And in that moment, you knew that this was like the biggest moment of his life. You knew that these were accomplishments that he had been working on way before you. He's the bread and butter of your family. He is the head of your household. He is the one who is trying to make everything happen for you and your family. So at the pinnacle moment of his career, when it was time for him to receive that award and for him to get all the accolades and glory for all of the hard work that he's put into his acting career, you chose to let your feelings come before all of his hard work. And now we can't even celebrate and congratulate this man for all the work that he put into these roles, because you chose to be so childish that you would allow him to do that. Even if you had said, hey, babe, not now. We'll address it afterwards. So what?
And that is what a queen should do.
And that's what a queen should do. So to me,
not like, go handle that for me.
To me, she didn't act like the queen that he defended. I'm not saying that she's not a queen. I'm saying in that moment, she did not act that way. And I'm serious about that, because if I think my husband's about to make an ass out of himself, if you think your man is about to make an ass out of himself, you ain't gonna let his ass down. You gonna be like, hey, look, no, not right now. You need to do that later.
Yeah.
So
and that takes us back, and that's the thing.
We got a lot of comments on our other page, y'all. We're gonna go to room 420 right quick. 4220. Oh, auntie on here talking. Okay. We're gonna start with Tanya. Hi, Tanya. Thank you for tuning in.
Hi, Tanya.
I would rather Will just embarrass himself from his seat rather than to burst out into assault. Yeah, I agree. Hey, y'all, that's my sister from New Orleans. No, my goodness.
Family.
So my aunt says, I asked a question. Why did Chris Rock set him up like that? He did? That's the question, because he should not have come out of it should not have ever came out of Chris Rock's mouth. So basically, I do understand how you feel. Maybe he shouldn't have said it, but in all fairness, I didn't know anything about Jada Smith's alopecia. Okay, and let's be clear, when they get up on the Academy stage, they're not just saying things. Everything that they say has been cleared. So someone thought it was okay for him to say that, and they thought it was funny.
But he didn't say anything about her. He said G.I. Jane.
So so he thought the joke was funny. Whoever saw the joke thought it was funny, because they probably didn't know about the alopecia. And that's the thing about it. I didn't know nothing about her alopecia. I said, why is he getting so mad?
Well, my thing is, I like G.I. Jane.
I do too. I thought the movie, and actually
thought it was a great movie.
And actually, truth be told, she would have actually done very well in that role, because
she's a phenomenal actress.
Because Jada, that's like her, kind of like her wheelhouse, like kind of those serious dramatic roles. So you know what? It just kills me, because Chris Rock probably could have set her up for talks with somebody who might have been like, you know what? Their promoting so much black love and black people getting to those big screen movies. She could have played it. Will Packer could have produced it. Okay, so let's talk about Will Packer. Who was
We're gonna go
also
over tonight, guys.
okay, who was also affected by this. This is the
Yes.
first time a black man has ever been asked to produce a show like this. Now, the show that was so beautifully put together, all of the performances were great, in elegant taste. Megan Thee Stallion was mom.com. I was like, there's never been a rapper at the Oscars ever, never, ever.
Megan's always by.
Female rapper, because 669 was there. Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. 369. 36 Mafia. Wait a minute. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Get it right, Shaq.
Yeah, I'm trying to get
Call
it
the
right.
people about it right.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Y'all know I love y'all Tennessee folk. Tennessee, right? Where they from? Tennessee? Yeah, from Tennessee. You know y'all love y'all Tennessee rappers. But anyway, so it was so eloquently put together, the spacing of everything, the jokes that were told. I thought everybody was very beautifully dressed, super funny. I was so excited to see Will Smith win. Y'all gotta know.
Oh my God, and the movie he won for.
It was amazing.
Such a good movie. We talked about it
good
on the
movie.
show before. Right? Standing ovation for the movie. Love the movie.
Right.
Love the movie.
Yeah. And you know, it's funny because guess what? Serena and Venus' dad don't want him to have the Oscar.
Oh, really?
Nope. Said
I mean, they're reviewing everything and thinking about taking the Oscar back.
They said, you know, he basically said, I don't want a person that would behave in that manner to depict me.
Wow.
Because Will tried to turn around his speech and say, I'm like every protective father. Let me tell you something. My dad is one of the most fierce, protective men ever. I have never, ever in my life seen my dad strike anyone. And I have always felt protected.
I mean, there's a line, and he went way
Way past the line.
And I know people say, well, Chris triggered him, Chris provoked him. People say stuff to you every day. People say stuff to you at work. People say stuff to you just walking down the street. I can't tell you how much I get cursed out in traffic. I mean, cursed out.
I mean, where they
Right.
look like they about to do the deuces, put the guns up and bang, bang.
But I'm not putting my hands on nobody. I mean,
Ever.
you learn that in like grade school. Keep your damn hands to yourself.
Unless you ready to put up, jump up to get beat down. So what I can say is, if you think you that bad, you best be able to back it up.
And
Because like I always tell people, I might not be the greatest fighter, but look, you put your hands on me, you gonna know you was in a fight. I might not have won, but you gonna know you was in a fight tomorrow.
well,
Trust that.
you know, my instincts will probably want to fight you back, but my mental state, I'm gonna take you through the legal system. I'm just telling you. And anybody that know me know I'm speaking facts right now.
You put your hands on me.
I'm speaking facts right now.
Put your hands
I'm
on
gonna take
me.
your ass through the legal system.
We gonna fight, and I'm taking you through the legal system because I'm gonna talk about my pain and suffering, and you were gonna wish you never met me.
But yeah, I mean, I'm still in awe. I gotta watch it again tonight just to make sure. Am I missing something here? But not cool, Will. Not cool, Will.
Not cool whatsoever. Like there's no type of like he even came back and he finally did apologize. But my thing is, you didn't apologize because you wanted to apologize. You apologized because you felt you had to apologize. That's how I feel. Because if you really wanted to apologize in that moment when you were snotting up and crying, which to me, just like you have perfected your acting skills, honey, that was an act. So just stop with all that crying and emotion and you're all this and you're all that, because the way you felt is what you did. Okay, so that just hold that. Now you cannot then turn around and be emotional and say this, that, and the third. And yes, you did deserve the award. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is your behavior
Unacceptable.
unacceptable on a
And
whole
you
nother
took
level.
us back. They already think angry black man. You took it there. Well, Chris showed different. Thank God. Thank you, Chris Rock. He showed different.
Yes. I'm
No, we not
so,
all.
I'm
We not all
so
angry.
thankful for Chris Rock that, you know, and I hate to say it, and I know people, there's been a bunch of, you know, people coming out saying, you know, things like, guess what? You know, I don't care if it was a white show, you know, it's going to be what it's going to be. But you know what? Guess what? That's why that's a crab in a bucket move. That's a crab in a bucket move. And if you don't know what that is, that's one person trying to climb out and then the crabs trying to pull you back down in the bucket with the rest of the crabs.
Wow.
It's a crab in the bucket move.
I mean, I'm in awe. I'm in awe.
Yeah, my respect for Chris Rock is at 0 at this point until he apologizes to the black female. Oh. Well, Auntie got a problem with Chris Rock. I'm gonna have to talk to her about that offline because I'm not really sure why. I'm just talking about in this moment. You know, he was being more of a stand-up guy and less of a pookie.
So it doesn't matter what somebody said to you. Nobody has the right to put their hands on any person.
And that's the fact.
And that's just a fact. And people that do believe that somebody has the right to put their hands on somebody, say something to somebody and let them slap the shit out of you and take it like Chris Rock did.
He's like, okay, I said it. Okay, he slapped me. Move on.
And if anybody could sit here and tell me that they're okay with whatever they said out of their mouth, somebody putting their hands on them,
yeah.
then
And I mean,
let me know.
And not only that,
because I'll line up some people that
these days
you can talk some shit to.
Microaggressions are all over the place. And maybe that's what Will was feeling in the moment. It was a microaggression.
Well, he probably had a lot.
And again, we can't forget about the entanglement that started this wildly spread conversation about things that happened with Will and Jada Smith.
And everybody been cracking on him.
You know, everybody.
Chris Rock wasn't the first person.
He wasn't the first person. There have been plenty of memes about this whole situation. Somebody even made a song called Entanglement. I think it was Tank. Like, they made a whole song about it. Like, get out of here. Like, I'm just really trying to understand. Like, I mean, one of the things that the black female have is hair issues. Chris Rock knows it. I don't know if Chris Rock knows it. Hell, I didn't know she had alopecia.
Black females, I don't know that we have.
I mean, we do have identity crisis. I wear weave too. I love it. And I don't care. I get the clip-ins, I get the sew-ins, I get the braid-ins.
Let me share something with you guys that a lot of people don't know and may know.
Sure, white people do the clip-ins.
Yes, I learned clip-ins from white
girls.
people. Owning my magazine, being on set, interviewing white actresses, white singers, white everything.
Ma'am.
They taught me
about
the clip-ins.
Yes, baby. So look, I'll never forget. This girl was like, "Oh, I love your hair." Now, see, at the time I had a song and I didn't know nothing about no clip-ins. Okay, she's like, "Oh my God, I love your hair. It's so long." Like, my weave was like ridiculously beautiful. You could not tell the difference, honey. That blend was on
point, y'all.
That blend was on fleek. Now listen, and she was like, "I don't understand how you grow your hair that long." She was like, "I could never grow my hair that long." I'm like, "Kaylee, your hair is long as well. Get out." She was like, "Girl, these are clip-ins."
Yes,
I was like,
baby.
"What is a clip-in?"
And I hate to share this as well, being a black female, but the first feeling of sewing I ever was introduced to was from white people. They showed me how they had braids in their hair, sewing to blend it and make it full. So I learned all my weave from my white friends.
Mhm.
So it's not
Yeah.
just black people that wear.
Yeah, and let me
We
tell you,
include
they do
struggle
it
with
in-
our hair.
They do it on a whole nother level because, like I said, I knew nothing about the clipping. And she was like, yes, girl, let me show you. She popped that joker out, took it out, did like this, and popped that joker out.
I can name three.
Get out of here,
I can
lady.
name 3 actresses, and when they go back and look at my show, they gonna know who they are. Girl, thank you for teaching me this clip this because I love them.
Baby,
I ain't went back
listen.
since.
Listen.
I'm the queen of a clip.
That is a fact.
That is the business.
Look, today my hair gonna be right here. Tomorrow that junk gonna be down to my booty. You ain't
That's
gonna know
right.
the difference.
Mhm.
Okay.
All right. Well, yeah, we see if anybody is on
That's it.
on the other.
Oh, okay. We're gonna switch back over to
We're
the
gonna switch back
over
over
to
and then
the
we're gonna
other. And
start closing us out, guys.
I know, because we done talked our little
We done
tails
went
off.
over.
We done talked our little tails off, but we definitely appreciate all of the love that we got. And of course, you knew I was going all the way in about this, and I still got more to say. So y'all can see the rest of what I got to say tomorrow on the Three Clarks podcast. Because believe me, I'm gonna continue this conversation because I gotta get my dude's side of the story, and then I can tell you from a woman's perspective kind of how I feel about it. But it's unacceptable. You should never put your hands on people. At the end of the day, it is what it is. I'm tired of these people thinking that they are above the law and that they could just, do whatever they want to do. Okay?
Yes. Totally unacceptable. Totally disappointing. Totally shocking. I still can't even believe it. But we're going to get into the 5-minute tip of the day.
Oh, child, I forgot about the 5-minute tip.
And guess what? It's going to be a 2-second tip because I got one thing to say. We're going to take it back to grade school. It's free. Keep your damn hands to yourself.
Sticks and stones,
Don't
baby.
put them on another person, human, nothing.
And that's a fact. And that is your tea for the day. We'll talk to you next week.
All right, we'll be back next week. Thanks for tuning in. Love y'all.